Yeah. Uncle Plugg. You either built for it or you not. Ain't no in between. Uncle Plugg, I don't talk it, I lived it. Every loss turned a man more gifted. Real game, you can't buy, you gotta get it. From the pain where the pressure start hitting. Uncle Plugg, yeah, the cold don't bend. Stand tall, never fall for a friend. If it's real, then it's real to the end. I just speak what I know, I don't follow no trends. Yo, came up with the winds feel real. With a weight on your chest, nobody don't care. Had to move on my own, couldn't wait on help. Had to build my name, couldn't hate on self. Seen a fake smile right through they grin. Had to cut that off just to lock back in. Every move calculated, I don't act off feel. If it don't align right, then it ain't that real. I was down, had dirt on my neck.
Welcome back to Uncle Plugg TV. Wait for somebody to get in this building. We'll be right back.
My country, 'tis of thee. They taught us those words before they taught us the history. Land of the free, but free for who?
Welcome to Plugged In with Doe. With a dream, but a target on my back. Built this nation, I was still fighting for scraps. To read books, get the blood in the soil. Generation still paying for somebody else's toy. Mama said, keep your hands where they can see. Daddy said, come home safe. That's the victory. Two Americas living under one sky. One gets justice, one keeps asking why.
Why? Dreams don't die, they get delayed. Voices don't disappear, they get ignored. Look me in my eyes, tell me we're equal now. If the scales are balanced, why we still wake up? Or is it land where we're told we're free,
but justice still feels distant?
Stars in the sky, rain in the street. Hey. How can we sing together when not everybody eats?
My country,
tears of me.
Or is it?
Tell me.
Or is it?
Or is it?
This ain't about hatred, this is about healing. Can't fix the wound if you hide what we're feeling. Generations praying, marching, speaking truth loud. Standing on shoulders of those who made us proud. The dream ain't dead, it's waiting on courage. Waiting on conversations that build instead of discourage. We rise together where we fought divided. The future gets written by those who decided.
No more silence, no more pretending, no more looking away.
Real freedom requires real justice. Real unity requires real honesty.
My country, tears of thee.
Sweet.
What's going on, man? We here back for part 2 with Marcellus Wiley, and his wife is filing for divorce. So we here to unpack it, man. Hey, I'm waiting on y'all to get off in here, but we about to get this thing started ASAP. We got Marty in the building. How you doing? Let's go and get this thing cracking. Everybody who was here last night, Omar, where you at? I'm sending out the back symbol for Omar. I told you once it dropped, I will be here. Y'all ready to tap in? We finna get into the information with Marcellus Wiley, aka that dude, and we're about to get to it and unpack this thing.
And today, the play that's called is the divorce allegation. So We're going to go through that. And then look at this. We got the tease. Also, we got Draymond Green going at Stephen A. Smith. So we got that. Shannon Sharp, Shakira Stevenson, all the things. So want to get into all those things. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member. My grandmother told me, my grandmama Dill, the same one who helped cure me to play football when I was young, she said, never let them steal your joy. So I just want you guys to understand how much you mean in this moment, just to rock with me, just to be curious, just to be doubtful, just to be here. I don't give a damn why. You're still here. I do love doing what I do, and that's why I'm up 5 in the morning, always have been, always will, communicating the message to you guys of what I see in sports media, and the life lessons that we all can learn together. At the same time, don't get it twisted. I'm over here hurting. Don't get it twisted. I miss my itty bitties. Don't get it twisted that I'm not in that space. At the same time, I know that I have to.
Yeah, I know we reporting on this, and this is another man's mishap or what's going on with the situation with him and his wife. He's been publicly embarrassed, saying that he has physically assaulted his wife. He was arrested down in Orlando, Florida, for a domestic assault, and she also accused him of sexual abuse. We're trying to get to the bottom of it. Yesterday, if you didn't tap in yesterday, he was just reading the affidavit and statements and giving his version of the story. Now he's back for part 2. So he gave an outline yesterday, and now he's trying to fill in all the details of what happened between him and his wife at the hotel in Orlando, Florida. So this is Marcellus Wiley. If you're not familiar with him, he's a ex-football player, played for the Buffalo Bills, San Diego Chargers, couple of teams he played for in the NFL. And he's now a podcaster. He's worked for ESPN and FS1, Fox Sports. As I said yesterday, wasn't a fan of the guy and his commentary and how he did how he does on screen, but he is, as I've learned about him more and his family life, from my opinion, I don't think these allegations are true. I feel that, we're going to have to unpack everything to get all of the details on this said topic. As him becoming a podcaster, I have grown to like the gentleman. He is, I said yesterday on the live stream that he's actually, when I saw his interaction with him and his children, his baby girl, when she comes in there early morning while he's podding, I just like the interaction, him being a big, gentle giant. And just my opinion, I just think that these allegations are trumped up. I think it's a money play. Yesterday, he spoke on certain things of a deal going down that he's supposed to be making, and she's probably trying to make her exit so she can get a portion of that money, in my opinion. But that's not fact. It's only opinion, and we're about to go and unwrap this thing right now for part 2.
Get back to norm. I know I got to keep it going. One thing we always talk about is how the clock don't stop. The clock don't care how you feel. Second go by, second go by, second go by. So I got to make sure I say all these things. All right, enough of the preaching, damn it, Wiley. We know the show is coming. Talk about it, get to it, get through it. The divorce allegations. So obviously, you guys know what happened last weekend, and it all happened in the whirlwind. Things are fine. Things are going along to the norm, that our new norm we were trying to create. Then next thing you know, arrested and then divorce, all within 24, 48 hours. That's all the things. So now let's get into what those things are. As I'm learning this new equipment over here. It's really not new equipment, just a new setup. Let's get into it, Wiley, shall we? Yeah, we shall. So I got to borrow this from, his name is Jason, Jason. Yeah, this guy got a channel. And we're going to see it right here. Y'all check it out. Okay, I love it. This video he did, Big Tigger and Marcellus Wiley ignored the signs. Insane. Like no video I've seen yet from Ancho, Whitlock, JB, DL Hughley. Obviously, none of them nailed it. But they get so close, and it's good to see that people are picking up the facts of the matter. But this video right here really went there because he actually was preemptive. He was like, Marcellus, if you would have been watching my channel or videos, you may have seen this coming in some way. So respect to him. I'm not the one who sits here act like I know all things. So great video. You guys check it out, but I'm about to just use him. I owe you some money, big dog. Can't even lie. I owe you some money because I couldn't find this online. Maybe I'm too old. I ain't one of no Gen Zers. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I couldn't find it, but you did. So let's go through it, and we're going to use your video for it. All right, so here we go. About to read through this. You got to deal with that little radio down there. Other than that, it's all good. All right, perfect. Let's do this. Declaration of Anna Marie Wiley. All right. I am the petitioner, and within action, I submit this declaration in support of request for domestic violence restraining order. I'm gonna skip over some words because hopefully I don't get shut down. I don't know what's sensitive or not. In lieu of oral testimony pursuant to Code of Civil Procedure, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna bore y'all. All right, the following information is true of my own personal knowledge, and if called as a witness, I could and would testify competently thereto. Each exhibit attached hereto and referred to herein is hereby. God dang, they used to write crazy back in the day. Incorporated by reference. That's old English. Okay, let me just say this, and I want to preface everything we're gonna hear. Obviously, it's gonna be inflammatory. Obviously, it's gonna be crazy. I was blindsided by this. This came to me in the public sphere. Trust me, the stuff that's going to be alleged in here, I had knowledge of, seen. I've been married to her since 2014. So some of this stuff is just okay. Fact of the matter. A lot of this is her saying things and alleging things. But remember, I don't want to deal with any of this. I don't, because I don't deal with my dirty laundry business, whatever's happening in our real world, in public light. I'm not that vain. I'm not that person. So I'm responding to only public record. And this could be my last video on the family and all the stuff that's happening. We'll see how the proceedings go. I don't need to respond and am compelled by the audience. I love y'all, but I ain't got to tell y'all everything going on, right? But I'm always going to keep it real if I do. So just letting you guys know, I'm taking no pleasure in doing this. But since it's already out there, I'm going to respond to it. And more importantly, since it's already out there, all I'm going to do is read it and highlight some things so I won't get myself in trouble or my itty bitties. Okay. I am married to respondent Marcellus Wiley, and we are the parents of 3 minor children together. Our son, Marcellus Wiley Jr., who is 10 years old, our daughters, Ryan Jane Wiley, Olivia Marie Wiley. This is all public record. All right. Throughout our relationship, Marcellus has subjected me to a continuing and escalating pattern of physical violence, sexual abuse, verbal and emotional abuse, financial control, and intimidation, much of which our children have witnessed. Because of the trauma associated with many of these events, there are gaps in my memory. Interesting. As I have blocked out much of what Marcellus has done to me. Okay. I set forth below the most recent incident of abuse, followed by the history of abuse as I am able to recall it.
Okay. I'm going to stop it right there real quick. I'm going to stop it right there real quick because we said on the No Middleman podcast, we said, why don't he leave? So I'll ask the question to the chat. Why didn't she leave? Right now, it seems like a opportune time. I wish you guys were here for the live yesterday where he gave some insight to his dealings that's coming up, and he has a big business deal because his podcast does pretty well. And being that I know he's been in television, he's been with Fox, he's been ESPN, he has a lot of connections, and I'm pretty sure he's made a lot of friends, shook a lot of hands, and you know, it's just funny that now she wants to make that move right now. So we're just giving our opinion on what's going on. You know, if you do have an opinion, share it. But we're going to listen in and see what he's talking about, his side of the story, using documentation, not just from the horse's mouth. He's actually giving documentation, and that's something I could respect as well.
Look, I'm not here to give y'all color. I told you yesterday, I'm gonna tell you again today. I'm not here to break this down like normal because this is a proceeding that has to go forward. But at the same time, I'm going to highlight things that you need to just think about and say, does it add up? I think a lot of times in this, you're going to see 2 + 2 is something between 3 and 5, but it's certainly not 4. Okay, so in that paragraph right there, I think that's the best way to do it. Do these paragraph by paragraph. The thing that sticks out is the continuing and escalating. So continuing, escalating. Just remember that. We'll get to that. All right, recent abuse. Interesting. We start off with the recent. Okay. I'm currently attending my son's basketball tournament. I'm trying to keep it going. In Orlando, Florida. Marcellus and our 3 children and I shared a room at the hotel. On July 3rd, 2026, Marcellus yelled at me and forcefully jammed his finger into my face while I was lying in bed with our 7-year-old daughter. Okay. He told me that I caused him to treat me badly and that I bring it on myself. He said this.
Now, yesterday, if you guys were here, you would have heard her say that she was sitting on the bed, and she didn't mention that she was sitting. That the child was actually with her. The child was just in the room.
In her presence. Okay. Now, what's interesting about this part right here, I find, is that it's a little different than what was said in the police report. One said you were sitting on the bed, and now you're lying in the bed with the dog.
You see? Hey, Now we all unpack. I'm unpacking this with y'all. I'm just pulling this up. I had it up. I am just watching this with you guys. Now, the things that I covered yesterday, I'm just going to bring it, to you guys as he goes through his spiel. Okay, just tap in with us.
So obviously, she's the witness, the same witness who said she didn't see anything, but she's there. So just little things like that, just want to highlight. Okay. Now let's go on. On July 4th, 2026, Marcellus told me that he was going to start, in his own words, playing football, not basketball with me, and warned me to watch how bad he was going to make things for me, which I understood to be a threat that his abuse would become more severe. During this same incident, Marcellus pushed our 10-year-old son, Marcellus Jr. I called the police. I made a report to the police, a true and correct copy of the no contact order I received. Okay. What's interesting about this is playing football, not basketball.
She did not mention that the son was in the room. He didn't even mention yesterday while reading the police report that the son was in the room. And she was not laying in the bed. She was sitting in the bed. I don't know what argument could could start while you're laying in the bed. I don't know.
Quotes and nothing else is. So you're saying that those 4 words made you think all the rest of those things. Just keep with me. And also what's interesting is the fact that now we hear MJ, Marcellus Jr. is in this conversation and part of this incident. When to the police, you said the day before or whenever you said it, this was filed the day after, so you figured that out. You said made no mention of Marcellus Jr. So police there's an incident. You're talking about that incident right now, and you make no mention of Marcellus Jr. to the police in that moment. But now to have your lawsuits or your divorce allegations enter the picture, MJ. Just catch those little things, y'all. All right, continue. And yes, this is under the advice of a lawyer, my lawyer. I saw one report, or some of you guys out there, side note, talking about Marcellus. You had a public defender for your arrest. Yes, I did. I have 3 lawyers on call for cases and things of that nature. But I'd use the public defender.
Which you should.
Those court cases in jail, I got arrested Saturday. They had a Sunday court. Initially, I thought I was going to be there Monday. Those court cases in jail, they last
Yeah, in Florida, they do got Sunday court. You can go to arraignment the next day, any day of the week. Any day of the week, you can go to Sunday court. Yes, it's true.
It's a minute. You go in there, they say the stuff, they say it, here's bond go. So my bond initially was $500. Not $1,000 as reported. It was $500 because I lived out of state. It was $1,000. Let's just say my lawyers cost more than the bond. I was like, nah. So, but I do have my lawyers on the case now. So, just to clarify things. And I look forward to when all this is behind me so I can really just say, look, let me clear all the things up because everybody's trying to figure it out. Respectfully, I understand. I've seen some of the videos. You guys doing a great job of picking it up. Some people aren't. It is what it is. I shouldn't be in this position, so I'm not going to be the one who's going to be hypercritical of all those things. And basically, I'm a big boy, so you can talk good about me, talk bad about me. As y'all know, every arena I've ever been in, I get cheered and I get booed. We all do, right? So it is what it is. But okay, let's continue. Oh, God. Don't do that. Did he go somewhere? So I'm trying to prepare it. We are now. You got to go to the next page. Go to the next page, big dog. Here we go. He's about to do it. Yes. From the sheriff's department, it is attached as Exhibit A. Marcellus was arrested, and I understand was released on Sunday, July 5th, 2026 on $1,000 bond. Yep. After being released, he came to our son's game. Yes, I told you guys I went to all the games. Thankfully, the judge granted that because I'm in Orlando for one reason. And so can I still go to the games? And she's like, absolutely. I am very much afraid of him and request a restraining order requiring Marcellus to stay away from me and our children and that he be ordered to move out of our home. I also request sole legal and physical custody of our children with no visits to him pending a hearing. Okay. What do you say to that? You just, all right.
I'm still asking the question. I still have the question. Because he did state yesterday when we did the live that there was an argument. I want to know what the argument was about. Because now it couldn't go from absolutely nothing to calling the police to going divorce, and I don't want him back in the house. So I just want to know exactly what transpired.
That's what she wants. A lot different than the norm. Let's just say that. A lot different than it was before this trip. History of abuse. In or about 2012, Marcellus, me while I was intoxicated. During this same period, he threw a food tray at my head with such force that it dented the wall. Also in or about 2012. Notice the ins or abouts, because you're going to see a big change in that, okay? I'm only highlighting technical things. I'm not going deep.
Threw a food tray at her head to where it dented the wall. Would you stay? This is 2012. They've been married for 12 years. So they've been together 2 years prior before they actually got married. Would you stay? I'm just asking. Any women in the chat? Let me know
context, anything. I'm just going to give you guys surface level, right? But highlights. Marcellus attempted to have with two of my friends in the basement of our home, crawling into bed with them in the middle of the night. In or about again, 2014, while we were staying in a hotel room in Las Vegas, Nevada, Marcellus punched me in the face, giving me a black eye and a split lip. Okay. Only thing about this I can say, frankly, is 2014 is when we got married. So these things sound like at least one for sure, maybe two.
Hey, listen, you said this is going to be messy as fuck. Yes, it is. But all these incidences, why did you stay? Because I don't get it. I'm not trying to victim shame at all, but why would you stay? What made you stay? Did you really think he was gonna hunt you down and kill you or something? I don't know. This a long time to be going through this. I've never been on the receiving end or the giving end of this type of behavior, but I'm still asking. I don't know. This is would any of you women stay
before marriage? Continue. In or about 2019, when I was 9 months pregnant with Raya, Marcellus threw a full Coke bottle of Coca-Cola in my head. Marcellus's godmother, Jackie Blackett, was present and witnessed this incident.
I hear you, Marty.
On August 18th, 2025, while I was in or about Christmas 2021.
Say, how many women and men stay? I'm not saying that they do or they don't, but I'm asking like why? You know what I'm saying? Like why endure all of this abuse initially, but then lock in and marry? You know what I'm saying? Like as boyfriend and girlfriend, you really have nothing to lose. You can pack your stuff and you can go. But when you're married, you got ties, business arrangements. You know what I mean? Like you got business arrangements, homes and houses and all that good stuff. Boom, 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 boom. I feel you, but I'm like, why do you stay? That is crazy. Like we asked the question, why did he stay? No, why did she stay? This is crazy work. This is crazy work. And it's extreme. And it's extreme. Like the things that she is saying, somebody in that circle would have been like, girl, or somebody would have seen something. You have absolutely nobody. I'm saying there's so many cases of that with both men and women being abused. Yes, I know this. I know this. Like, I know this. I know that there is so many cases of men and women being abused and they still stay. But say for that, and they stay for multiple reasons. And it's definitely crazy work. Super crazy work. Super crazy work. And I hate it for them if this is true. If this is true. You mean nobody? All right, now you got to have some witnesses. You got to have some witnesses. Somebody saying if you was going through this abuse, if I know if somebody does something to you once, let's just say in a 7-year span, you know what I'm saying? Like that has to be it. Monetary reliance. So because if somebody does this to you, if y'all been together for a 7-year span and this happened one time, that was an incident. If not, there's a pattern. If it happens more than that, Stockholm syndrome, yes, that's it too. So after that fact of this happening, like this is a pattern, which somebody's going to come to the forefront. It wouldn't have been her going to the police. It would have been a friend, a family member, a co-worker, somebody would have seen that. somebody would have seen him acting in this manner, because if he's separated, cut off from family and or for friends, yeah, was she? We have to. Hey, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna unpack it. I'm glad you active in the chat.
Marcellus broke my right thumb. Our children witnessed and were crying.
Mental health issues, I understand.
Okay, what's interesting about this, I don't know what that line means. On August 18, 2025, and then it's 2021. Okay, you guys, I can't go there. I can't do that. And to be frank, because I still got pending litigation in this, and I also got the criminal suit. You got to take it you got to take your third eye and use it for itself. Then we'll connect our third eyes at a later date. On or about August 18, 2025, while I was in our closet, Marcellus pushed me, shoved me, and struck me in the face with his shoes. He then pushed me to the ground, forcefully held me down, and would not let me leave the room. When I was finally able to run out of the room toward the garage door to leave, I saw that our children had heard everything and were crying and screaming. "Please don't leave us, Mom." Responded and told them that I wanted to leave them, blaming my attempt to flee for my safety on me. Our children then sat with me on the couch hysterical while Marcellus stood over us and said, "See, look what I'll do if you try to go." On January 11, 2026, at approximately 2 a.m., Marcellus dragged me out of bed, berated me, and hit me on the head. He then, me, telling me that I was his property and that I had to do what he said. At approximately 3 a.m. that same night, Marcellus, me again. On January 13, 2 days later, at approximately 3 a.m. You notice now we're getting dates on. All I can say to that is, oh, okay, since it's on that date, let's see how that day looked. Let's see how that day played.
Yeah, because she said there's so many memories it's so many memories in her lapses in her memories. You know what I mean? So now everything is like spot on, date on, time on. I'm saying these may be some of the reasons as to why victims stay. Oh, yes, of course. Yeah. He's not taking this laying down. No, he's not. And he shouldn't. If she's lying, he is definitely going to want her to be held account. They say he seems like that type of man. Yes. No, I think he would rather split and keep his name than anything. Because the business comes first, because he got to take care of them babies.
Yeah. Let's see what the messages are of that day, the texts of that day, the calls of that day, the actions of that day, the videos of that day.
He's giving, hey, we're getting facts. We finna get some facts. He said, hey, let's go and see how that day was. Let's go back and see that day. So now we got to go get these transcripts. We got to go get these text messages, because that's what he did. And they seen that on those 2 days that they were there in Orlando on July 3rd and July 4th, there was text messages between them, and it seemed cordial. They said it seemed cordial. Yeah, let's get to it.
Etc. Because if not, everything just stays she say, he say. And from knowing me and knowing this show, you guys know we always start with the evidence, the fact of what you said, what you did, more so than just what we think. So
I like the facts.
This is when it's going to get very interesting going forward, because we now have exact dates on top of exact circumstances. Circumstances before, on or about the date didn't matter. It's just what you said. Now it's getting a little deeper, just to give you guys a heads up. Marcellus dragged me out of bed, threw me down on the bed, and shoved me. He berated me and then me. On January 14th, 2026, Marcellus admitted to me that he had been tracking my phone calls. He yelled at me for having spoken to an attorney and chased me up the stairs. He yelled at me in front of our 10-year-old son, who was crying, scared, and upset. Marcellus would not let me leave the house and repeatedly blocked my exit. On January 15th, man, so you notice now on the intensity, January 11th, 13th, 14th, 15th, right? This big paper, this big document is really starting to get narrow around those dates, FYI. Remember that going forward. Marcellus posted a taunting message on Instagram about why women keep male friends and tagged both me and another woman in the post. Okay, so there's going to be record of that taunting, huh? All right. On January 31st, Marcellus yelled at me and berated me outside our home. Our children witnessed this and were crying, and our daughters asked me why their father is always yelling at me. Gotcha. On February 1st, 2026, Marcellus again yelled at me and berated me outside our home. Our children witnessed this, were crying, and asked why we always fight. Okay. On or about February 21st, Marcellus stopped paying our children's private school tuition, which forced me to empty our children's savings accounts in order to pay it. When I told Marcellus that I had paid the tuition, he told me that I needed to start paying 50% of all of the bills if I wanted to live like a roommate rather than his wife. I began to cry. And our children witness this, and that's why their father always makes me cry. Okay, the only thing I would say about this one, number 15, is check the pronouns. Check the pronouns. It goes from I to me to our to we. Like, check the pronouns in there. I can't go any deeper. Number 16, you know, in marriage, one thing about marriage, assets and liabilities you share, especially in California, community property state. And California is none of that mine. It's like, nah, y'all's. Everything in California, day of marriage, date of separation, y'all's. Like, and it's a no-fault state, which means I don't want to hear how you got here. They don't care.
They don't care.
Give you all public record things. See, this is how some people are critical. Like, why are you doing this? And I'm like, because it's already been done to me. What are you talking about? I'm not giving you guys new information. I'm reading this information. But more importantly, I also got to highlight some of the things that are technical in here that can be illuminating. Let's just say that. On April 26, 2026, Marcellus drove while intoxicated and recklessly with me in the car. He swerved on the freeway to frighten me and threatened to drive into the median or a wall. He fell asleep while driving, and then when I asked him to wake up or to let me drive instead, he yelled at me. On about May 8th, Marcellus hid my passport and my citizenship documentation. I am asking that he returns them to me immediately. Okay. What I can say about that is a trip to Nigeria occurs right after this, the same trip that Acho, you got.
So he definitely worked hard. Say what? He definitely worked hard, very hard to get where he is. Say a smart man is breaking this down because he knows the court of public opinion is, and his livelihood is on the line. Say, damn, she was documenting all of this. I wonder if he can request to see how long she had been in contact with the divorce attorney. She said, she not a citizen? I don't know, but they're taking a trip. They're taking a trip to Nigeria. Now, what he's doing is he's showing you all the documented dates. And then, oh my God, did I just do that? Let me go back. Okay. He's what he's doing is showing all the documented dates that she has in the record, and then he's going to go back and show like text messages and see exactly what was being said that day. Show us exactly what was being said. That's what he did yesterday. Like, he was showing the documents of what happened, this, that, and the third. And then, you know, when the police officers came, he had showed them the text message threads and all that good stuff too, so just to get you caught up. Let me see if I'm in the right spot.
He say, and from knowing me and knowing this show, you guys know we always, let's just say that. On April 26, 2026, Marcellus drove while intoxicated and recklessly with me in the car. He swerved on the freeway to. Okay. Acho did on Nigeria. I think it's called like, I got the video. Check out Emmanuel Acho. I got the video. And then you're going to be like, oh, Anna Marie, stop playing. But more importantly, that trip happened after May 8th. So I don't know what to take from this. On June 26th, what just happened here? On June 26th, Marcellus threw objects at me in our closet out of anger. On June 30th, Marcellus yelled at me and repeatedly lunged towards me, threatening to hit me in the face. The events of the July 4th weekend are discussed above. So chronological order we get back to right now. Number 20. Throughout our relationship, Marcellus has exercised financial control over me. He borrowed approximately $100,000 from me and ran up approximately $100,000 in charges on my. Y'all know what I'm about to say, so I'm gonna say it anyway. Look at the pronouns, look at the word choice, right? In a marriage, you're hearing the my's, you're hearing mine. And I wish I can explain it fully, but that's what mediation and courts are for, right? And she'll hear this and I'll hear hers. But right now, just you guys, mine, yours, marriage, California, no fault, community property, assets and liabilities.
But he the bread, doc. This man played professional football. You know what I'm saying? He worked for Fox. He worked for ESPN. He has his own podcast that's doing pretty well. I don't believe that. What did she do? What did she do? Let's find out what she does. That I'm not going to guess or speculate. I'm just going to see what she does. Anna Marie Wiley. Net worth. Says Anna Marie Wiley has an estimate net worth of $5 million. She built her wealth through successful career as a certified registered nurse. Yeah, you're right. Hey, cool beans. Hey, You are right. He's still saying it's all ours. Yeah, I'm paying attention. But she's made $5 million being a certified registered nurse anesthesiast. And she was starring in the 13th season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She's no longer on that show, but it says her financial profile has also been bolstered by her marriage to former NFL star and sports broadcaster Marcellus Wiley, who also holds an estimated net worth of $5 million. So not saying that's her money. We're saying that she's married to someone who has that amount of money in California, which is the 50-50 state. What's his is hers, what's hers is his. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. Credit cards and then stop.
Hold on. We got chat. What do you say? Yup. Cass, I know you see it. I see it as well. And it says no, he's saying because it's Cali, it's 50-50. His money is her money. Yeah. Yeah, we got past that part before you came, right before you came in, Lil Penny. And he says she was on Real Housewife. Yeah, because of him. Yeah, you can't be a real housewife unless you're a housewife and you can't make any money. But how much money? They don't make millions on them shows. Not in one season. Not in one season. Because at the end of the day, you got to have a storyline. So are you trying to get back on another show by this storyline, by creating drama or drawing up drama? That's what they do on them shows. Everything from Love and Hip Hop to Basketball Wives to Real Housewives. They have to create a storyline in order for them to follow her, for her to make more money. It's a hobby job. You better believe it. Let's get to it, man. Let's get back to it, Marcellus. I'm with you.
Paying them, which ruined my credit. He told me that this was my fault by ceasing to pay our children's. Oh, now we have partnership again. Children's tuition earlier this year and forcing me to pay it. Marcellus has prevented me from using my own earnings to save money. Once again, that sentence started off with our children's and then a lot of mine and me to pay down the debt he accumulated on my credit cards or to repair the credit he damaged. Understood. 21. Let's get to it. 21. Marcellus told me he hired a person.
Hold on. I like your point. I'm sure he had her sign a prenup. This may be her way around it. These attorneys be trying to find a way out of that prenup. She was a registered nurse, certified registered nurse. If she's lying, I like you. I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you and Penny.
There's a forensic specialist to access the contents of my cell phone, and he now has access to all of my calls, text messages, photographs, WhatsApp messages, and other communications. For my own safety and security, I have had to obtain a second phone and a second phone line. A second phone line justified by
like you know about that
on your first phone. The liberty to say if there's a forensic specialist that can access one phone, I think he can access two phones. Some things just tell on themselves, guys. You guys follow me. Pick up what's being put down. Oh, whoa, chill, dog. Oh, I gotta tell you about the mugshot. I tried to smile, and they kept taking it. I was like the 15th one. She kept saying, "You can't smile." I was like, "I'm not trying to smile. What are you talking about?" And she was like, "Just bring it down." So that's why you see a little smirk. It was like me trying to bring it down. I'm going from this to really like that. Anyway, and for you people like, "Oh, your eyes."
Hey, I was wondering if that was you. What's up? You is cool beans. Yes, you are. They say, I want to know how long she been in contact with her divorce attorney. Me too. I want to know what's been going on, because this seems like to be so strategic with the dates and times and this and that, when you didn't even recollect, like she realized she made mistakes and she went to go clean this up, because this happened 4th of July weekend, the 3rd and the 4th. You got time now to clean things up and try to recollect now. You know what I'm talking about? She plotting. Yeah. Hey, you ain't lying, V. Hey, she plotting for real. She plotting. And we here for it all. We gonna get to the bottom of this here. Say, Oh, she been plotting for a minute with the diary. Let's go. Hey, I'm in for it all. I want to know what's up, man, because one thing about it, this ain't victim shaming. I said this in the beginning. This is not victim shaming. What I want to know is if it's true, man, because a lot of dudes that are athletes and entertainers and actors go through this here. Just like, remember the Johnny Depp case? The Johnny Depp case was crazy. The Johnny Depp case was crazy. Like, for real, for real. Stay scheming. Niggas trying to get at me. Dog. This is damaging. She better not be lying. For real. Defamation. She pooped on that. She pooped on that man's bed. Yeah, it's crazy work. Honey, Johnny was having it. Yo.
Eyes are red. My eyes always red. It's a Wiley thing. It's actually a Landers thing. My family got some dark people with liquor store eyes, as they say. Them dark eyes, the red eyes. So I hear y'all. I hear all the jokes. That was funny. Yeah, I think we're done. Well, I think we're done. At least we're done with the video part of it. Let me see if I can read some more of this. Let me see if I can read some more of this.
I know what you mean, V.
Right here. Okay. Good. All right, big dog. Well. So now, in this position, where do we stop? The nerd in me is coming out. Obviously, I'm fighting for my itty bitties. And really the freedom. Like, you know, my freedom was taken away. Obviously, that.
I noticed he doesn't have his ring on. I noticed that he took his ring off. You know, like most men going through a divorce that like it hasn't really hit them yet. They normally linger with that ring on their finger for a little bit before they start to, like, you know what I mean? Like before they take that ring off. I've been through that myself. You know what I mean? But like when somebody hurt you though, you know what I'm saying? Like when somebody hurt you, he say, hell yeah, and I don't blame him. Like, yeah, this is damaging. Very, very. So I want him to get to the bottom of it. Like he said, he had the text messages. I don't want him to leave. I don't want him to leave this live stream without giving some more details now, because it's shaky. It's shaky. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it.
Box was checked. I had to go to jail over some of these things that off of first read, you can all tell doesn't add up. But more importantly, going forward, my freedoms of seeing my family, my kids at liberty. That's what I'm fighting for. Yeah, this other part, I don't see it on his video, so I got to read it. 22. Marcellus subjects me to constant criticism, cruel and sarcastic remarks, and intimidation. His verbal and emotional abuse is constant, and his physical abuse occurs approximately once a month, and at times more frequently. Okay. I'm afraid of Marcellus, and I fear for my own safety and for the safety of our children. All right, that's it.
Hey, V, you want to come up? I'll send you the link if you want to come up. You're nothing but a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, heartbreaker, and I won't let you back in my life. So I'm taking the house, the car, the kids, and the dog. I want it all. I'm chatting. For sure. Hey, she spiked that. She spiked that out like she on a schedule, like for real. For real, bro, she did. Like she's on the schedule for real. Like she has something, like he has something in the woodworks, a business deal. She got one going too, man.
Okay, everybody here, let's go. What to take from this and what's going on is I'm not getting distracted by this whole smoke, everything that's going on. It's so crazy to me that I am now in more publications, news sites, websites, commentary than ever before in my life. And it sucks, not because of just what they're saying and what they're reporting. It sucks because if you juxtapose this to all the things that I've done in my life that are positive, that are good, that are of achievement, that are of accolade, it doesn't get you as much attention as negativity. And the reason I bring that up is not to say, oh, poor me, is because that's the world we live in. It's so charged up that anybody and everybody knows you walking around with like, look, if I could say something negative about you, pow, right? Pow. And it's weird. I'm looking like I'm bigger than ever. And I'm like, for what? So it's the world of famous versus infamous, right? Fame versus infamy. And it's the same thing we always talk about with like Oscar de la Hoya, the golden boy, all that good stuff, all that good. And then Floyd was pretty boy. But then when he became money made, he became polarizing and became quote unquote, the polarity of it and the negativity of, oh, you trolling, oh, you're flashy, and people started hating him. That's what made him even bigger than Oscar de la Hoya. It's crazy. Like, I mean, other than he was better, but I'm talking about like the PR of it. It's weird.
I think that's why they had that second phone. He may have found out about that infidelity. That might have some validity to it. That side John applying pressure. That side John applying pressure on her for real. Hey, he said bad news sales, my guy. Especially in the black community. You better believe it. Hey, yeah. Hey, we here for it. Hey, V, you own it, man. Hey, you own it, man. I can't. I want to do a show.
You could be amazing at something, but if somebody has amazing and like controversy, oh my God, it's next level. And trust me, this is not by design, not something I desire. So it's weird. It's how games go. Definitely not playing victim, definitely not wanting your sympathy in that respect. I just want you to have the clarity of the dynamics at play. Simple as that. All right, now here we go. Here we go. I want to actually do a show, like do our regular show. Y'all beat up in the comments. I know you guys will. You'll take from that what you want. Just notice what was said there. I think the highlights were there was no MJ in the police report, and now there's MJ in terms of what she's saying. Also, the contradictions of where she was, the contradictions of the witness, my daughter, saying nothing happened. And a lot of the pronoun choices that sounded like they were about her more than we or us. All that. Okay, now let's get into this. I am going to do it, and I'm going to do it right. I want to see this. Draymond. No, let's start with Shannon. Start with Shannon Sharp. No, I forgot. I got to put this video on here. Okay, this is the last part of it. This is the last part. Between these incidents, this was shown. So between July 3rd, alleged incident, and July 4th, the arrest. So saying that I poked her in the face, but also saying later I said I was going to hurt her. This is what she was doing and posting, and this is her life. Okay. just to highlight that, and just to show there was actually, obviously, as you know, there's more. All right, let's move on. Hopefully, all right.
He said he gonna kill you. You dancing at the park like you having a blast. Can't make this shit up, man. I promise you, man. Cannot make this shit up.
All right, this is it for the videos on the family stuff. I'm done with it until I can talk about it or some more breaking news. If it's not a public record, I'm not coming here to talk about it because one, it's yucky talking about your family like this just to get your name back or to get clarity. I hate that. I hate it. I'd rather y'all think I ain't shit than me up here talking about my family's business. I really do. And I was going to be that way on here. But now, because it's out there, this is how I make a living. This is something I love to do. And then my kids are going to hear one.
It's on his right hand. The ring on his right hand.
One side. My kids, Extra and Access Hollywood or whoever the hell, and TMZ is reporting this. And that's my family and my kids and my friends are like, yo. It's a new day. It's a new day. You can't sit back there and let your lawyer just talk and stuff. Look, don't get yourself in trouble, but it's a new day. You can't let people just slander your name, whack out your murals. I'm not letting that happen. I went 51 years. I grew up in the hood. I been through hell, and I ain't never been in no trouble. And now this, no. So that's why I'm here right now. Now let's get to these
51 years, no incident.
Let's get to what Shannon and Shakur and all them getting into. Let's go. This is interesting. This is hilarious. They get into it. All right, good. Let's start here. I look like DJ Academics now, right? I'm over here. Let's get it right, Wiley. Okay, I want to watch this again. Let's go.
I've been told y'all that I was one of the best fighters in the world. A lot of people ain't believe me, but now we here. Opportunity is here, and if any of these guys want,
I'm not here for all that. I'm a fast forward and see if he goes back into his situation, because I'm not here for that. I'm not here for this is Draymond. Let's see what he said, but what Draymond had to say.
They were going in. So shout out to my dogs. 1 second. Let me plug this thing on in. I'm in that zone.
No.
Finances. The day before all this happened, were you saying that? No.
Hold on.
We ain't all thinking something. So let's just go there, right? So I want to do that. All right. I'll do a little Q&A, and then 6:15, we're going to dipset. All right, here we go.
Yeah, this is crazy.
A lot of the questions about the financial part. Good, let's talk about it. How did you who says this? Keena says, how did you mismanage your finances so bad after making all that millions, Wiley? Who said I mismanaged my finances? I don't know how many people are now here for the first time because they're like, oh, scandal. So I'm gonna show up.
Okay, here we go.
People don't even know, like, debt. There's good debt. One, you got to know about good debt. Two, you don't know. No one knows how much money someone has. Like, don't go on networth.com and think you know how much money you have. I remember when I was making money that was publicly reported in the NFL, and they had those websites, and I was like, what? This is all wrong. For whether it was too high or too low. I've heard Jay-Z and people say, like, oh, I mean, a bit. And he's like, I ain't got that. Or LeBron just said it recently, like, I ain't doing that. Whatever is true or false, you don't know that. But I know that bank, and obviously that's a report out there. I just want you guys to know that, once again, there's good debt and there's bad debt. And you got to let this story play itself out before you can understand what good debt means. And in a community property state, that's not my debt. That's our debt. Y'all got to understand how this game goes. So I haven't mismanaged my finances. The day before all this happened, were you saying that? No. The day before all that happened, were you seeing me hanging and living? And I know, I saw one guy say, man, you should have seen how much he wrote down what he makes. What he makes on some report. Yeah. This is divorce season. Yeah. Like, y'all got to pick up stuff. So whatever, people don't get it. I understand that. What else y'all asking me? But no mismanagement. Maybe you misunderstanding, and I understand you don't understand, and I would love to elaborate, and I will. And do.
I would say yes, Penny. Yes, I would say he put all his money in the trust. She can't get it in California. Yeah. And anybody who would decide to live in Cali, and you got to think, all right, you're talking about 14 years ago. He said he's 51. You know, I ain't no mathematician. I'll go ahead and say 51 and 14 years ago. He was 37 years old. So he was a grown man when they got together, knowing that, you know, these things happen in California, dealing with athletes and actors and, you know, people in the game. I would think that he would be very smart. He seems, and he went to Columbia, y'all. He played football at Columbia. Columbia is like a law school. You know what I mean? Like let's be serious. He's not a dumb guy, because those are the schools where you have to have, and he played college football back when you had to have your grades right. This ain't no pay to play type situation. You know what I mean? So for him to go to Columbia, he actually probably had some good grades. You know what I mean? Like, so let's be real. Let's not take him for a dum-dum. You know what I'm saying? Let's not take him for a dum-dum.
Due time. One thing you got to know about me in this show, and I'm not doing it for fake, for real. People used to always say, Marcellus, you're the same dude in front of the camera that you are off. I'm like, yeah, because what kind of job is it if you got to be something else to do it? And I know people got to do that. They got to put on a different persona to work. I'm going to be me. And this is me. This is me. I'm right in front of you. I'm living. And that's why I think people don't understand. So now, don't act like you found out a new version of me. I'm 51.
All right, baby girl.
I'm 51. I ain't even got a J.
I appreciate you.
Like, come on, y'all. Stop playing with me. Like, I'm 51. And the only bad things that you can say about me are a she say, some she says, and some more she says. Can you give me one more thing? Anybody? I'll wait. So I stand with the confidence that can be misread. I stand with the power that's, you know me, I'm a believer. So like, this too shall pass. When I was young, something bad happened, I would want to produce to the world how bad it felt. I'm not a kid anymore. We were talking about this last night. This is why On the Rocks is coming back, and this is why On the Rocks is a special show, because it's really my friends.
No, Bush.
My best friends they ain't good on the mic. So it's like my second tier.
He was reading them statements.
These are my dogs.
When he was reading them statements last night, bro, he was hurt. He was big hurt. And I don't blame him, but he was big hurt. Yeah.
But the real of it is, they were like, man, I was checking in on you and I thought something, I felt something. I didn't.
But one thing I can say about this podcasting and actually talking to the people and venting and letting stuff out, it heals. It does. It heals. It truly heals.
And no, I didn't say. And I said, oh, y'all some suckers. Because one, I'm always going to have something that's not perfect going on with me, like you. There's always going to be a bucket of, this is some BS I'm dealing with. So I was like, unless you're going to ever eliminate that and make me have a perfect life, there's always going to be something to check in on me for. So check in. And then when you do check in, tell the truth. People are like, oh, man, I saw this video and I heard this. And I was like, all right, hit me. Like, but I don't know how you're going to react. I don't know how people react when they see this. I was like, dog, who are you talking to? So y'all don't know my grandma who passed away, Grandma Blackie. A lot of people have heard me reference her. She was not a character. She was a real person, but the realest person ever. I was raised by the realest people ever. 3 women, exactly, if you want to really keep it. My dad is the most principle-based person ever. My daddy's straight down the middle principle. But my grandmother was gangster. No when I say no BS, none. My mother and my sister, OG Henny Loke. So that's what I'm raised by, y'all. If y'all don't get it, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna never make you understand it. But I ain't gonna change me. So I'm not gonna walk around here right now like, oh my God. First of all, I don't want your sympathy. I want your support. I don't want your sympathy. I want your support. I want you to still rock with me. I don't want somebody to just wake up one day and say, you know what I heard about Marcellus? And then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I don't know Marcellus. I don't like him. I don't watch him. Just because they said something. You be like, no, prove it. I'm not saying nothing. Prove it. That's me. If I knew you personally and somebody said something about you, I'm like, oh, okay. First thing I'm gonna do is call him up and be like, dog, dude told me this, if it matters. I'm like, dude told me this. And I'm not even asking you to prove it right or wrong, because I'm like, people tell me stuff all the time, and I just be like, all right, move on. More questions. Thank you. I love it. It was written. Raymond Houston is like, it was written. Damn right. Dog, you get this far, and then all of a sudden you're gonna let somebody, God didn't bring me this far to drop me off right here. I know that. A lot of people are talking about how this could be a movement. This could be a movement. You know what? There are a lot of people who reached out. Some big time people too. I got to get through this first. But gigantic time people who want to bring me on, who want to talk about this and potentially partner. Depends on how it turns out, right? What if it all crashes in on me? Then they're like, oh, well, there that go. But no, in all seriousness, they're like, yo, because you are taking this head on, and right now it's some BS. Like, or it needs to be proven to be true. But if you prove it to be false, Marcellus, oh my God. They're like, we got it. There's this movement of people who have been lied on. Have you ever been lied on? Yes or no? Come on, be real.
Yes.
People who have been falsely accused, forget lying, taken to jail, and they're like, what? There have been people who have rotted away in jail and prison and then came out, they're like, oops. We all know those cases. So a lot of people are like, trust me, I did not raise my hand to be in this position. Trust me, I'd much rather be the guy that everyone likes and no one says anything bad about. I was built for none of this smoke, but I was also built to deal with the smoke. You get it? It's kind of like Compton. Like, I wasn't built to gangbang. I wasn't built to be outside in the streets and riding around El Camino like, what's up, cook? I wasn't that. But I was built to be around that and not be fazed by it. You get it? And it feels like literally I'm in that same position right now where all this stuff is coming at me. You trying to bang on me and try to go and get me. What's up? I said you did this. 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 I'm like, you said what? Well, stop talking and start showing me. Prove it. But we don't live in that world anymore. We don't live in that world where you got to walk that talk. We live in a world where you can talk that talk. Do you know that a lot of people have been?
I hear you, Penny. He said, if he mess with them, I hope he get paid because they only there for the cash. Hey, this is exactly what we're ex-athletes doing what regular people do. Not that they're not regular people. I'm not going to say that. You know, but ones who have touched a significant amount of money come and do what we're doing. It's for the cash. It's for their podcast to be bought and for them to level up and touch the type of money that they're used to touching. So, I mean, I can't blame him for that. Like, who would create a podcast and make it successful, apply all that time going on so he could be up on Eastern Standard Time in California just so he could say, okay, I'm gonna do all right? No, you trying to get that bag for real. You're trying to get that bag, and I'm not going to shun him for that. Like, that's what he's supposed to be doing. To be completely
sued A lot of people have been sued. A lot of people have been pressured, extorted, whatever you want to go, whatever level, off of BS, but they know that they don't want that BS attached to their name. I wasn't afforded that luxury with the Columbia situation because Columbia's involved. You think I got $5 or I owe $500,000? See, another good joke. Whatever you may think, Columbia. So look,
yeah,
for that's real. What that is. This situation. People say anything. All I'm saying is let's just, if you gotta wait for her to prove it, I'm waiting too. All things, I'm waiting for everybody to prove what they're saying. That's all. You know, it's almost like pregame of football. In football, in the beginning of the game, every single NFL game I go to now is a season ticket holder. Go Chargers. Every single game I played in before the game, everybody is great. They're doing all the hand work, running the ball. That work in like Pop Warner, maybe a little high school. Then you start to realize, stop, man. You know they did pregame. They had midfield. Who's good on their team? Number 7, number 23, number 66. The rest of them dudes just out there for theater. They just dancing. I feel like that right now. I feel like a lot of people just talking. Who really got something to say? Who really got something to prove? Oh, everybody went to the locker room then. See what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna get discouraged, y'all. Not gonna get discouraged. We gotta do that. We're gonna do that Conor McGregor. We're gonna do that Conor McGregor probably tomorrow, just for sure.
Okay.
We got to get it in. All right, love for you guys. I see these questions are kind of the same, or some of them I can't answer right now. I got to get into it. Tomorrow we'll be back at it. I guess 5 in the morning. Get back on schedule. So love for all you guys for all rocking with me. Remember, I love y'all for rocking with me. I love y'all for rolling with me. I love y'all for hating on me. I love y'all for loving me. It's all good. But I do know one thing. There's 3 sides to every story, and I'm going to tell you 2 of them every time. Love for y'all. Have a great day. I know I will.
It's crazy because before I even heard the first video, the title for this one, it was 3 sides to a story. Because I just felt it, man. It's like, bro, it'd be so many dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, he's not owned. He's not owned. Like you said, as long as it's not a Gibble Arena situation, Lil Penny, did he say at least he got to keep his podcast name? Yeah, for sure, because it's actually his show. You know, one time for Marcellus Wiley, I'm gonna do that because, man, you know what? It be so many people, especially most of these guys that probably worked alongside him, that probably played alongside him, and it be the ones like myself and ones in the chat that stick by this dude. You know what I'm saying? Just a little support from afar. You know what I'm saying? From Texas. You know what I mean? A Florida boy from Texas. I mean a Florida boy, you know what I'm saying, in Texas. You know, just showing him a little support. You know what I'm saying? Who really didn't rock with him in the beginning. I'm being dead ass. I didn't rock with him on Fox, on ESPN. I didn't rock with him. But I'm telling you, that interaction that he had with his little, as he called his itty bitty, the way he was like so gentle, the way you see, like he melted in her hands, like she putty, straight daddy's girl. You know what I'm saying? And I see how he is with his son, and I can appreciate that as well. He said, "Nah, he sold the show and kept the name. They replaced him and lost views, and now it's going back because he kept the name." Oh, for real? I was unaware of that, bro. I was unaware of that. Like, how? Because I thought his name, I thought the name of the show was Marcellus Wiley. Unless I'm mistaken. It say that dude TV. I don't know. You told me something new, bro. You know, like I'm following this story. I do, yeah, crazy drama. Yeah, like I do watch his commentary, but I don't pay attention. I see his face because he got his face on everything. You know, he got his face on everything. So I know that's just him. And I know how he does his thumbnails. So I'm familiar with how his thumbnails are set up. So it's like, you know, I do notice whenever he's up, I'm watching, you know, depending on what he's covering. It might be some things he's covering I'm not watching because everything on the tube, on the gram, on the TikTok, everything ain't important to me. You know what I mean? Like the things that I care about them. You know what I mean? And like real talk, like if it's important to me, then I rock with it. If it ain't, I don't even pay it no. I don't pay it no. Never mind, because I got a lot. I got a lot going. To be honest, I really don't have a lot going on with me except for working, taking care of mine, and doing this, having fun. This is fun for me. This is a hobby. Like, I'm having fun doing this. You know what I'm saying? But I felt that me, myself personally, I want to step in and say my piece and yeah, I guess I'm back, man. I don't know what happened, man. I guess my internet went out for a second, man. I'm like, man, what's going on? I don't know what happened, man. That was crazy work. I don't know what had happened. But well, back to it. You know what I mean? I just have to say, like, gotta show the man some, you know what I'm saying, some respect, you know, show him a little support. Like we said, he just wanted some support. So I'm with it. You know what I mean? I'm with it, my boy. You know what I'm saying? But hey, if he come out with another part, I'll drop it. But until then, more information come out. I'll let y'all know, man. We'll be on top of this thing. We're gonna do what it do. Penny, Miss Mama V, appreciate y'all tapping in this evening. Everybody else that was here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. So whenever I drop, I'll drop in your lap. Hey, as always, hey, feel blessed to be plugged.
Yeah.